Hello and welcome back to beautiful Switzerland with a smidgen of Italy down there, northern Italy. We're looking south at the moment and we're in southern Switzerland. It is of course Transport Fever 2. I have gone around the map and I've replaced I think every single signal. That took a few hours, I can tell you. But it's been done, most of them. It'd be the odd one if I did miss any. And going forward, we can just use the signals that are going to be here forever. What else are we doing today? We are going to be doing our first draft of the Wisp station. Now, I say first draft because... Ooh, got a train. Timing. Perfect. I love that little EMU. It's beautiful. But yes, Wisp station. The thing that we've got to try and do with that is have a road go underneath it. I don't know if we can achieve that. However, in 1960, we unlock an elevated station. So we'll be trying that later on in the series. Once we get to 1960, we will, I promise. I can't promise that, can I? If the map just explodes on itself, then we're done. The plan is to go all the way to the modern era. So yes, that's coming up. I could see the light change over there. It's wonderful. There is a few Z ordering issues still, I've noticed with these signals, and I have gone around and messed with the settings, and I can't seem to fix them. So not entirely sure what's going on there. But I mean, mostly they look okay. It happens with most modded signals, I think. I've not even tested them with Transport Fever's vanilla ones. I'll do that before the next episode. Alright, so that's coming up towards the end. Before that, I would like to tidy up a few things that I've been meaning to do for the last few episodes. We've still got a coal train to upgrade, coal and iron coming from Italy, and we've also got a little thing I want to do with the Simplon Tunnel, which is give it some emergency access points. And Mad Hatter has a whole bunch of mods on the workshop that are fantabulous. We are fantabulous. Oh dear. Why? Where did that come from? Anyway, we'll be taking a look at those. I've put one in for now. We're going to have to change over our stations. They're for truck stations, and they have things like well, we'll take a look. We'll take a look. I sit here explaining them all day. It's better to show you. There you have it. Intro out the way. Should we get cracking? We've got a few things to do. All done over here. Oh yes, that's the first thing we need to do. We need to check. Well, we're not keeping up with steel. So we're going to need to do something about that as well. We need to go to these. You'll see one of our trains is on the way back. Let's go over there. Well, this is perfect, isn't it? In fact, it's just coming out. Look at that. We need to extend this train. And we've saved ourselves a little bit of money by it being almost at the station for pickup. As you can see, it's all a bit tidier around here with the signalling. There's a lot going on around here. In fact, I've been finishing a few things off as well that we need to take a look at. Right, anyway, get this done. Otherwise, you never do it. Thank you in the comments for reminding me to do this. I might have forgotten, possibly. Anyway, what is it? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now they have the same amount. I still don't think it's going to be enough. We might actually go a few more later on. There we go. I've started putting these in on the sidings if you want to know where they are. I've got them here. There you go. We can put all sorts in there. We've got the freight wagons and what's this one? Passenger wagons. So yeah, you've got a selection of rolling stock you can stick in the sidings there. I'd need to find the loco ones as well, and EMU ones. I think they're by the same author. These should be in the collection. If not, I will be adding them. The newest mods are not in the collection yet, but I will add those too. Isn't this looking wonderful now? I like this. I love these new signals we've got. Yeah, they're French signals, but we don't mind. I mean, we don't have Swiss ones. Talking of Swiss mods, it's been brought to my attention that there is a pack. I thought I was done with the intro. I absolutely forgot about this, and it's quite important to our map. There is a pack of narrow gauge rolling stock coming that is Swiss over on Transport Fever 2. No, just transportfever.net. Yeah, so we might be able to upgrade our little commuter line that we're having running to Wisp to be actual narrow gauge. The tracks are available, but as I've mentioned before, we'll be really limited to what we could put on those tracks. Obviously standard gauge, the bogies will just all be clattering around on the side of the rails rather than on them. Oh, I love these. I love these signals. Not entirely sure what most of them mean, but they look cool. We'll go with that. Right then, so we've got that upgraded. I was going to say, why are you only half full? Probably because that's what you told it to do. It's going to go and pick up the other half. And it's now 176 of each. I have tidied up the river. That's what we're looking at next. Oh, they're a bit close together. I didn't time those right. They should space themselves out eventually. Transport Fever 2 does do that. Yeah, the river, this side hasn't been done yet. This side has been tidied up. The river was a little wider than it should have been. I was messing around getting the depth right, but I devoured most of the bank. So I've put the bank back in. I've changed this bridge because I didn't like it. I changed it pretty much immediately after. And now it's a single span bridge. Whether that's structurally sound, I don't know. We're gonna live with it. Now I know it's a bit low. However, there's a bridge where I live that has, well, it's about this low when the river's high. So we could just pretend that the river's always high here. Unfortunately, it got washed away during a historic flooding. I don't know whether you remember that, but yeah, that happened. They did rebuild it, same height. They made it stronger though, so I believe it's designed to be submerged and still survive. We'll go with that for this one. Perhaps it would survive. I mean, if it floods any more here though, it's just gonna pour over into the city anyway. Yeah, what do you reckon? We've hidden some of our concrete with trees, because that's the way we're doing that. It looks alright, doesn't it? A bit better now. Some of this up here still needs doing. I've also gone ahead and raised this in preparation. This bit of track here. Wait, do the things that you said you were going to do that you kept missing. And that's this one, isn't it? We're going to get our ballast mod, this one. I don't know what the difference is. We're just going to use this one anyway. And we're going to go through here. How long's the tunnel? Pretty long. Let's go halfway to start with. We're going to add a little bit of ballast down here. And it doesn't look too bad. It's probably a bit long, that. We'll have some shorter ones. One here should do the trick. Like that. There we go. And then we'll have another one down here. Pricey for a bit of scenery, but we'll take it. We'll make it enough money. That should do us. That should break that journey up. Unfortunately, our two trains have already made their way through. That's... Oh, here comes one. No, that's a signal. Here we go, guys. We'll have a little look. No need to do it into this, do the same thing in this tunnel because well, you can't because the tracks are together. So it'd be epically pointless. But where we split into two separate tunnels, you'll see what happens when you just add a little bit of ballast in the middle. Now, providing you create the tunnel the way I did, where we did triple track and then delete the center section. There was the... Did you see? You can see it here. The Z order issue. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's up there. But let's see how this looks. When I tested it about a month ago, or when we built this, it looked alright. Okay, the buffers are in. That's probably what that says down there. It looks alright, doesn't it? We'll need to upgrade it to not be the buffered ones. But yeah, quick. If I pause it and we do the one we're approaching, we should be able to upgrade it with these. Ballast only. It doesn't say... I can't read that. I can't read it. Anyway, if we do, does it be that? Yeah, do that and that. I bet this gets rid of the buffer. I mean, they're not all uniform size, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's try again. Let's see if that got rid of the buffer. Ooh, don't move the camera. I still sometimes forget that the camera moves. Didn't used to, did it? There we go. That's nice. Oh, we need to turn off the catenary as well. I don't know why that's there. A bit weird. I would like to detail under here, but it's almost impossible to get underground. In fact, it is unless you use the camera tool. But if you use that, you can't use any of the game functions, which is a bit bizarre. I would like that to be able to build underground properly. There we go. I like that, guys. I've been meaning to do that for a while. We've still got to prettyify the tunnel entrance. I started here as well. We're going to have some more buffers and sidings around here, as is in real life. It serves no purpose other than pretty scenery. And while we're here, there we go. This is Mad Hatter's new truck depot mods. There's a variety of them. If we go in here and go to configure and we go to cargo, you'll see we've got a whole bunch of new things to add. You can see the lamps coming out the top. If you use the one that he supplies, you can turn those off. However, I've modified an existing station, so that at least works. But look at all these. They're wonderful. You've got cranes, aggregate platform, coal cargo platform, and a tanker one. So we can probably play with those a little bit later. I like the dry storage we've got here, because obviously we've got boxes of goods and machines, so that's what I did here. It adds a bit to them, doesn't it? It's wonderful. I like that. There goes our passenger train back through the Simplon Tunnel there. And yeah, we're getting there, guys. It's all starting to come together. This is how it looks in real life. Actually, there's a road as well. It's very concretey. I'm kind of hoping the residents move over the other side of the river or far enough away. I mean, if you're on the... What would this be? This would be... We're looking south. So if you're on the north side of the river, it's all right. You can only just see a glimpse of concrete there. Right. There's a few things we're going to do with this as well later on once we finalize everything. We are going to go along. They're in here. We want the collision off, I think, is what we need. And if you raise this up, I'm choosing to do it from the lower track because that's flat, so it's easier to manage. It should look the part. We want it 9. We're going to have it this. Now, one thing we can do is turn on the lower terrain width, and it will nicely flatten it out for us. Now, it's a bit high, granted. We don't need it that high, do we? Oh, no, it should be all right, actually. That should be fine, shouldn't it? I like that. It does some unfortunate things with the top bit of the track. However, we should be able to fix that with another mod and just hide the fact that the ballast seems to drop off into nowhere. But if we just put a few of these along here, you'll get a rough idea of how it'll look for our little narrow gauge. Well, it will be narrow gauge, but there you go. I'm not going to detail it too much because once we put the narrow gauge track in, I don't know how this is going to react to it. But to give you an idea of what's coming up in the future and how we're going to really make this look the part, that's pleasant, isn't it? I'd like to go over here as well and finish off this bridge. What I've done... Really? I thought I locked that. I thought I locked that. I did. You can't build there. That's a motorway. Well, it's not a motorway, but it's a country road. What are you doing, Total Shop? Look at you all walking. No. What are you doing? They're just like... Yeah, we're just going to ignore every rule that the game has, and that is we'll only build on streets. Unless, of course, you want to do something nice, then we'll build here. What are you doing? Stop that. In fact, I'm not going to bother deleting you. Anyway, let's tidy this up a little bit. We're going to get our asset tools out again. and here. This will be a quick fix. It's just going to make it look a little tidier. I'm going to use this concrete block here, my favourite. Well, in fact, this one, it's a little more textured. And all we're going to do is we're going to do one there, one there, one there, one there. And then we'll do the same this side to hide what we're doing. They've made a real mess of the side of our track there. Unfortunate. We might put fences down, and that should stop them from doing that. Right, that should be perfectly aligned. No, you were off on that side, and you were off on that side as well. Oh yeah, of course you are. You're off by a mile. Actually, I prefer the other side, so we'll bring this back a touch. At least it doesn't take long. Where would it be? There instead. That should line up, shouldn't it? Perfect. There we go. Which one do we prefer on this one? I guess the one that goes back further. It creates a nice transition between bridge and ground, is what I've found. You won't get it like that. We'll just put those back in. There we go, nice and flat. Now, we could leave it like this, like they're big chunky blocks with a gap in the middle. Or you can go ahead and use this one, which we can go from the center track. You'll see it goes crossways, or sideways. And if we make this a bit longer, I think it's no, that makes it chubby. We want it something like that. Yes, that's the one. If we go with maybe D and go from the center track, not only do we block off what we're doing and give it a nice edge, we also add a little bit more to the bridge itself. There we go. I like that. You could make it shorter as well. I mean, it's up to you which way you go with that. But it just finishes it off. And then what we could do is get our paint tools and add a bit of dirt underneath. Don't need it ginormous. Don't need it on full strength. Bring it down. Use, yeah, no, that one will do. We have a chubby nosed plane. It looks like it's got the nose of a giant freight plane, and they've stuck a tiny little passenger plane on the back of it. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, we can get rid of some of this. Grass is not going to grow under there too much. Get rid of that. Tidy that up. Look at his shop and contemplate bulldozing it, which I am doing. And what else do we need? We need a little bit of gravel. Is that the nice gravel? I mean, not nice gravel, but is it the gravel that suits it better? Yes, that's kind of nice, isn't it? We could even turn the edge into a pavement. I think you've just got rid of most of the dirt there, though, Grand. It's fine. Oh, that's the better one. There we go. It's not as aggressive. There. We've got a little bit of detailing under there. What I was thinking about is using asphalt down the side of this, like that. That's tidy, isn't it? I would have liked to use this, but you know what I think about the rotation. It's a bit rough. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? Has that tidied it up a little? Where we're sitting now is we've got quite a bit more room here to play with, so we can detail up and they can build without us panicking too much, although I would rather they didn't. Should we get the station in, guys? We're going to do it. We're going to come around here. We're going to stay flat. Most of this is going to be going. We can slow down because we are approaching the station. There we go. Something like that should do us. This should hopefully give us the height we require. It's going to cost us a bit. We want to go parallel with the road if possible. We don't want to go too slow though. We just want the station to sit at the right angle. Right, let's spend a small fortune. Actually, that was pretty cheap. We are going to need to pause it, aren't we? Because they could build back at any second. Right, passenger station, phase 1. Like I said, things are going to change eventually. High speed catenary, yes. We'll go with possibly that one. It might be a bit too big. Yeah, you're not coming at the right angle. You need to just come around a touch more. We're just eyeballing it, really. If we can get you running parallel with that house there, bet we're about in the right place now. Let's try that. There you go. Beautiful. 4 tracks is not going to be enough. 5 tracks should be enough. It might be 6 tracks. The middle 2? How's there a middle 2 there, Grant? Well, sort of, but there isn't. The 2 that are together. We'll just put it in. I'll show you. Yeah, 2 should do us for now, I think, because we're gonna be deleting the building anyway. Right, we're in. That's about right on the height as well. It's beautiful. And you're probably wondering what on earth I'm doing. We're sort of replicating how it goes. I'm going to delete these back. We're coming into the main 2 tracks now. We do slow down, but I'm not overly bothered about it. We've kind of got a bit of a weird wiggle going on. Should be fine. That one's going in like that. That one's branching out that way. This one's branching into there. Then we've got another one branching out that side. Please don't crash. This might be pricey. This goes around the outside. Now, the one thing we don't want is it to do that, unfortunately. It does it every time. I hope that gets fixed. I don't know whether there's a way to get around it. These are going to come out this way. We're going to be adding a river as well. I'm hoping if you go all the way across, it gets rid of them. Nope, it doesn't. Well, let's get rid of all their houses. They're going anyway. This is coming up this way. This is going to be that side. We'll connect those up, shall we? No, it makes a billion segments. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this one. All right, there we go. 855 segments of track deleted. Let's see if we can force its hand and hopefully not do silly tracks. Maybe not. Well, I tried. Might have to freehand this a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how we can get away with it. Oh, there we go. Ah, I like it. That'll do. It's not the perfect way to go across, but at least it hasn't made a billion segments. Or has it? Let's find out. No, we're all good. I like it. These are our main 2 tracks. These are the leading tracks. The main line. The other 2 are branching off to the platforms. This one and this one. And this is a bypass, I believe, of some sort. We can also use it to detail the retaining walls on the other side. So that gives us that little bit of cheating going on there. This is going to be the narrow gauge coming into here. So if we get this and connect that into there. There we go, that's the narrow gauge. Except we now go into here and do a little bit of configuring. We're going to delete back the passenger buildings. We will put them back in because this one is a much shorter platform in the middle here. We've got so many buttons up here now. We want platforms. I knocked this back a little too far. We do need some more track. There's our little narrow, what will be narrow gauge thing going on there. And that will make our intentions known on where this is going. That should be fine. It kind of heads off this way before the river that we're going to put in going across here somewhere. So far so good, I think. We're all right. We're doing all right. We need to add another platform because we can't put the building on otherwise. That's not a thing that can be done yet. So we'll go to the, not cargo, passenger buildings. We'll have a nice big one on here. Yeah, oh yes, you need the platforms. You just said that. It's more of an access platform than anything for us because that's the way we're going to have to do it. And for now, we're just having it like that. There we go. Passenger buildings. Let's try this again. Perfect. I know it looks a bit bizarre at the moment. Bear with me. It'll be looking pretty fancy by the time we're done. I would like a couple of bigger buildings so it's not perfect. Yeah, like that. How does that look? That's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. Now they've got a big old bus station down this end, which is where we can extend these later on. We can get rid of this. I don't know why I left it there. If we level this out first, we should be able to get this one. There we go. Bring all that up level. Can we use this one? Put it on maximum. There we go. That'll make it a little easier. Get a nice ledge for us to work with. It's all going to be like this. There's going to be some more track coming out that way. There we go. We sort of official episoded as well. Now we need to figure out a bus station. And for that, we're going to need a road, an access road. It's got bus bays here. I did download a fancy bus station, this one, because it was looking almost perfect, but it doesn't have very many options. It needed way more bays than are available on this. I'll still hunt around. If you guys know of any other bus stations, I'll certainly look for them. These are the by era ones. You've got the place lamps one there. However, be careful. Don't click on C when you're in here, because it comes when you're in this one, because it comes up with an error currently. It might be because we're not in era C. Anyway, this is going to be our bus stop. And concrete, yes. We don't want any on one side like that, yes. And then we're going to go, I think 5 will do us. We can get away with doing something like this. We need to put in a road first. Our city road in there. This is pretty much access, or no, it is access to the station and the bus station for us. I think it's one way, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be. So if we put it one way and that way, it might even be better being that, you know, the way it looks on the map. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Can we get that running real close? There we go. That's pleasant. Perfect, guys. There we go. There's our one-way road. Let's get the bus station in. We should be able to align it. Oh, no, this isn't going to work, is it? Or is it? Can we go? No. I think what we need to do is have it like that and put them the other side. So 0, 5. We have the entrance like that, and then the buses going that way. Leave us a bit of room. There. I think we can do this. Nothing simple, is it, in Transport Fever? Never. Now, can I get that road back in? Oh, grand. What are you doing, man? Testing. Can we get that back in? Of course you can't. So how are we going to manage this? I guess what we'll have to do is configure this, delete the access road, draw the road in like we had it before, but make it longer temporarily, and then hope that it doesn't mess it up. So we'll go like that, and we'll continue to head out that way. So we've got a bit of room either way. We'll go that way. You can change the direction for these really easy with right click, just flip it around. We're a bit skew-whiffy, but I don't mind. By the time it's done, it won't really matter. Now, can we do this and get us an access road in here? Ah, there we go. That's a little tidier, isn't it? Can we have one there and one there as well? There we go. And we want a way out that way. Hope this works. We want all our buses to filter down here. All right, tidy all that up. This doesn't need to go all the way out that way. We're supposed to go under there with a road. This is supposed to come down and go under. However, there's no way we can do that, and I'm going to save it before we attempt it. And this is okay as is. I think we're good now. And then we'll have the main road out here somewhere. Right, let's get the actual city road in. And we want it straight to make us a nice junction. Do we want to leave enough room for them to build? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see how kind we're feeling. Get that up there. Hopefully this doesn't mess everything up. That's beautiful. And we'll also level all of this out around the side here, so that we have some building room. Same out here, up there, and then we can smooth it all out in a little while. So this is spending some money, isn't it? That's nice. Right, if we hold shift, we can make this all look nice like we did elsewhere. So phase 1 is looking all right. I like the idea of painting this area, even though it's not the finished product and it's a temporary station, or the first station, an early station, as when we demolish it, we'll have a rough idea where everything's supposed to go. So if we do that, we know where things are supposed to be. We'll colour those in as well. I'm tempted to colour all this in, so it's all the same colour. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I like that. There we go. That's lovely. Yes, it's looking the part. Right, we can delete that bit back. Undo this bit. Just up to the path there. And same back here. Oh, that's part of the grass, is it? I don't want that. I want this to be grass like the rest of it. There we go. You can get away with it by holding shift. Oh, but now you're growing through the leave it alone ground. You've ruined it. Let the game do it. You're making a meal of it. I guess what we could do is have an actual path down there. Do we like that, guys? This is looking wrong because this needs to be that. What did I change that to? You remove the electricity. That's not what you want. You want to remove that. There we go. So now we can see the different tracks. And we're going to have another passing point up here somewhere as well, so that we can have 2 trains running it. Now that that's in, we can smooth that little section out. So we'll go to the edge here. Gently head in. There we go. That's tidy, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, do you know what else I've done? I forgot to mention. I went ahead and started deleting all the weeds that were coming through our ballast there. So that's all gone. Here's an idea of how it's going to look with the gravel. Let's put this on max. Let's just go ballast. I think that looks the best. No, we can add little bits here and there. We can probably add little bits of water as well, accumulating later on. There we go. Get rid of all that. This is pretty much how it looks. Still missing a few details here and there, but I like this. This is wonderful. For a start, this bit of track is looking the part, I think. If we smooth that, is it going to break it all? No, in fact, it does a really good job of it. Thank you. That made me happy. Alright, get all that smooth down there. Don't touch my trees, though. There. There we go. Yes. We've got that in. And we have our station in. What trains go here? Well, I've been paying attention to the comments. When we get round to actually finishing up the lines, we'll have the correct trains running as well. I'm looking forward to that. We want to straighten this out, don't we? Around here. We're probably going to use the wall things along here as well. Not only will it help if we want to do some detailing, it will prevent them from building too close to the station like him. Well, to be fair, he was there first, wasn't he? And then we came along and ruined everyone's day with a massive ugly station. It's beautiful. We're supposed to head underneath this, and I don't think you can. The game won't like it the most. If we even go there, I'm pretty sure the game's just going to go, what are you doing? Because we should be about that high. And not make a tunnel, but just, yeah, you're just not going to. That's ugly. I mean, it sort of does it, but it's just too low and too, yeah. No, I'm hoping the elevated station will give us what we need, because there's no way we can delete this and then go over it. We could cheat a little bit for now and go under here, which we could probably get away with if we delete back here, here and here. I know we just put all that stuff in, but if we dig us a little hole, not too much. This is risky as water. Get rid of the water. We don't want the water, just do this one. From there, we get us... You don't want it, do you? Will you make a bridge there? I don't know whether that's too high. I'm hoping you do. You're not going to, are you? Are we going the right way there? No, you're not. Please make a bridge. I'm a little concerned, to say the very least. I would love it to work. If we go down 1 and just put it in, how low is that to that road? We might need to delete that road as well. It does head up to the road. Let's bring it up. Comma and period we're messing with to try and get this to work. Right, let's give us a nice edge to it. I don't know whether it's going to work though. Oh, you're beautiful. Are you just going to go in? Because if you do, I'll be all sorts of happy. We just want... Oh, I want a bridge, but not a bridge. Just a plain thing so that we can build it ourselves. I don't think anything is there. No. Oh, that's a shame. We could maybe get away with something like that if we're going to... Yes, possibly. And then we can just build around it. It's got no feet, which is the main thing. I kind of like this idea. It's not going to look pretty to start with. But I'm hoping when it's done, we can make it into one solid bridge. That's the plan. The fact this hasn't crashed yet has me amazed more than anything. Right, you're not going to go in, are you? Oh, that's the station. That's unfortunate. Can you not? Oh, it's not quite sitting right, is it? that doesn't need to be all the way out here, does it? No. Oh, this is risky. How risky do you want to get it, Grand? You're just playing with fire now, aren't you? Yeah, we don't need any of this, do we? Down here. No. There we go. That's all you need. Dear, oh dear, man. What are you doing? Right, can you please... Yes. Which means we can come in and a little sharper here. I know we smoothed it out before, but now we need to build a bridge. I know it looks a bit bizarre. Bear with me. This is going to be the straight edge, this one here. Then we've got an issue, haven't we? We're going to have to come in a little further away. Further back, even. This is going to be a build. I'm going to have to end this one here before we've finished it. Oh, come on. You know you wanna. There. Oh, what have you built that for? Don't build that. Build a nice one. We're going to have to get away with this somehow. I'm not sure how yet. This doesn't need to be very quick. But it needs to happen. Now, if we can just get this out. If it is a bypass track, it really doesn't need to be quick at all. Now, that means we can hopefully take that a little further out and come around. Ooh, don't do that. Come around out there. Now, that should work. That should work for us. I like it. All of this is going to be one solid section. This is the best we can do, I think, for now. We will have to take some of these junctions out to get some of our work done. But do you know, I'm happy. Guys, we've got to build. We've got the station in. A little bit concerned about the height and everything. How we're going to go up here. It does go under pretty sharp, though, in real life. So, maybe. Oh, wow. Okay. Ignore me. It's fine. Just ignore me. Right, we want a curvy curve here. We're going round this way, and we are going to gradually head up, as we should, to meet the main road, which is round here. We want a bit of a runoff, though, don't we? A flat section just there. There we go. Then we can head down, and the bus is supposed to come off somewhere like this. Well, that could be about perfect. I like it. I like it. The bus is going to head up that way. Like so. I think we're in. Guys, somehow we've managed to get it working. We are going to have to do some serious work with the detailing tools, though, that we've got available to us to make this work. And I think that will be an acceptable way to get that done. And maybe the station we forever use. So let me know in the comments below. We're going to have to end it, guys. We haven't got the train set up yet, but when we come back, that's what we can do. And it'll be the 40th episode when we come back. So that means that'll be as many episodes as we had on the Midwest main line. This one's going to be a long one, isn't it? We've got quite a bit still to do. Oh, this bridge. I'm waiting for the newer bridges to unlock in Era C. I believe there are some concrete ones which would do that one justice, so we'll tidy that up then. Do you want to ride on the passenger train? Or do you want to ride going into... Oh dear. Into Italy. Yes. Domodossola. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, so let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Alright, that has been episode 39. I hope it's episode 39, otherwise that could be awkward. The next episode won't be the 40th. I think it is, though. We've got it in. We've got Wisp in, which means we're going to extend possibly this, not this passenger service. No. This is a freight train, Grand. It's carrying machines. Well, it's carrying nothing at the moment. It's off to pick up goods. But we do have a passenger service that comes in to Brig, which we could extend, and is going to go all the way up to Visp. We do have 2 trains that terminate at Brig. One coming from Sion, I believe. Yeah. We'll figure out a way to do it. We have an express line that we're working towards. All of this is going to be ready for some high-speed trains that we can have. They are going to have to obviously dance around our local services, but even our local services will eventually be pretty nippy, and they get out the way when they get into the station, which gives our express trains a chance to pass them. So yes, looking forward to all of that. I love our new little areas here. Don't let me forget to remove the catenary. I'll do that afterwards. I'll remember, I promise. Yeah. Is that broke? That's broke the tunnel up a little bit, hasn't it? When we get on the faster trains, we might see like our freight trains coming by in the little gaps in the tunnel. I love that. I love that idea. It was mentioned in the comments and I was thinking about it too. So I just heard something. We're all on the same page. I love this. I love it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Bit of a build again. I know, we're build. However, that is a key station to linking us up through the mountain with a faster track that goes and skips past Fruitigen and straight into Speeds. So I am really looking forward to doing that. It's going to be pricey though, and we've got some little bits to do here as well that I'll show you. And that this little area has a lot of plans. I know, I'm waffling, aren't I? Alright guys, until next time, take care.